had good crowds here at Lynn Hart for the tournament. This is for the semifinal. That one's in there for strike two. The winner will go play Lunenburg for the championship. So Lunenburg is be hitting to the state no matter what. For the first and second place gets to go to the state. That one's going to be in there for ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Doing good, Ben.
2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch, and this one's going to be a chop ball into the third base. They throw it to first, and they get up. Pretty play all the way around defensively for Dinnwiddie Nationals. That'll be in there for the second out. This will breed. Who is this coming up, Rob?
I don't know.
Number 11.
Number 11. And a hard hit ball. This is going to go right up the middle. And number 11.
Kendrick. Should be Kendricks, right?
Kendricks. All right, Reed is up now. They gave us a line of folks with no last name, so we're trying to fill in the blanks here as we go along.
Number 11 is the one that hit the grand salami last night.
Yep, here comes out a pitch. High, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes.
Right in there, 3.
Well, here facing the bunt now, pulls back. There goes a runner down second base. They're going to try for him. Ball's thrown a little bit high. Anyway, runner will be safe at second. So with 2 outs, Charlotte's got a runner on second base in scoring position. 2 balls and no strikes now is the count. Lewis fires the ball down in there for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes.
That was all that moving around.
We got a long story. All right, here comes now the pitch. And that was going to be an air ball 4. And that puts runners on first and second.
2 outs still.
2 outs. Both teams can hit the ball. Congratulations to Lunenburg once again, making it to the finals. Fantastic. Here comes now the pitch. This one's going to be inside for ball 1. Things are, at least feels a lot cooler since the sun's kind of stepped behind the trees. Here comes now the pitch. Hard hit ball, line drive, left field, and that ball is gone. And that's going to be that's going to be 3 people will come in on that one. 5-0 is the score. Boy, Lewis put that one down there, and that one was just line drive right on out of here. 2 home runs already, and it's 5-0 in favor of Charlotte. Charlotte lost a lot of players last year. You know, they were really, really dominant. But this year, they're trying to come back and keep it all going. And this team has been hitting the ball pretty good. All right. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be in there for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Lewis winds up, throws it, and that's in there for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good job, Kevin.
1-1 is the count with 2 outs. 5-0 Charlotte lead here at the top of the first. Change up goes nowhere, ball 2.
Looked like he left that one just a teeny bit high.
Good job, babe.
No runners on board due to the home run. Here comes now the pitch. And now it's going to be ball 4. Or now they call it
ball
out
3.
foul. Ball 3.
Yeah, ball 3. 31. 31's count.
Well, with a 3-1 count, he'll go back and try for another one. Here comes a windup by Lewis, and this one's going to be fouled back. And the count goes full, 2 balls and 2 strikes. People out there in right center, just kind of behind the banners there, taking it easy in their lawn chairs, enjoying this game against Dinnwiddie semifinals. Dinwiddie and Charlotte. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, right
in the head of the old helmet. He said, well, I'd rather the helmet in my arm, I guess. And ends up being base on a hit.
Tough way to get on base.
Yep. Suddenly, coach is talking to him. He's going to check his head.
That's a smart thing to do.
Yeah. Well, even though they wear the helmets and everything, probably A-okay, but boy, that's a bam hit. That's with a pitcher that pitches like Lewis does. Always want to check him out good, make sure he's A-okay. All right, he's all set to go. No problem there. All right, here we go. Lewis on the mound. Looks, winds up. Here comes the delivery. And it's going to be ball 1 ball and no strikes.
Right in there, big.
Going to be interesting tomorrow. Strategies between the two coaches. Whoever wins, that's going to be foul ball, strike 1. How they're going to arrange their pitching and all that. A lot of these pitchers are actually used up. Anyway, here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch. That was going to be high, ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes now. Both teams are very blessed with good pitchers, though. We were talking about that earlier. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball right into center field. It'll be fielded and thrown back, and we'll have runners on first and second for Charlotte. And basically what's taking place now is Charlotte is just sticking the ball.
He's big, boys. He's big.
Nice hits. And there's now, instead of, not only that they've hit them out of the park, but they're getting the nice singles as well.
That's all that matters.
Lewis winds up. Here comes a pinch. Here comes another hit. This one goes straight to Lewis. That would be an easy out at second. Tags out. And that'll be the third and final out. Wow. A home run. 5 runs will score.
2 home runs.
2 home runs. And 2 men left on base. So as we now go to the bottom of the first, it's Charlotte 5 and Dinwiddie nothing. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Drive, baby.
5-0 here at Glenn Hart Field, favor of Charlotte. All right. Here comes the pitch, and it's hit. Foul.
Float on some, baby.
Now bring up strike number 1.
Come on, Zach.
Here comes the pitch. That's in there for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes.
Good shot, baby. Stay loose.
Come on, Zach, you got this.
Here comes the pitch. That's in there for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Come on, Zach, you got this.
5-1, 5-0 is the score. And here's a slice back. That'll be in there for still count remain the same. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes now the pitch. And going to third base, he jumps in and gets him out. That was awful close.
He was up in the air when he crossed. Could you see my camera view, John?
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right, here comes the next pitch, and it's going to be high for ball 1. Here comes the pitch, another one. That's going to be in there for ball number 2. 2 balls and no strikes. And this one's going to be in the ground, ball 3.
Shot, he did.
3 balls and no strikes is the count. There's a windup. And it's in there for strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike. And it's a hard hit ball to right field. And is grabbed by the left field. Now be up for the second out.
Good shot, baby. Good shot, Ethan.
You worked me to death up here.
Shot, Cole.
All right, here it comes down with a pitch. It's being there for ball 1.
Noise in there.
1 ball and no strikes. Here comes down the pitch. That's going to be foul. Strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Find something you grab, baby.
No balls and 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. And this one's going to be low for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Three balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. And that's in there for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. 5-0, Charlotte leads. Here comes the windup, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Now retire to side. No one left on base. And no score. It's 5-0. We'll be right back right here on the South Side Sports Network.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z.
All right, we're back here at the game here at Lenhart Field. And this is the second time Charlotte being up. It's no balls and one strike.
Lyle's up to pitch now, too.
Yeah, they changed pitchers there. Last pitcher had a few problems.
Lau looks, winds up for Dinnwiddie and pitches and lays down a bunt. The battery will be closed, and he is out.
Oh, got him.
Well, that was also close.
Yes. I guess it's Cody Carson coming to bat now, number 1. No, that's not. It's number 20. I don't have number on there.
All right, here comes the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss in there for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. No runners on for Charlotte. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. There's strike 2. Charlotte leading 5-0.
Ready, boys, make a play.
Here comes a windup, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number 3.
Way to go, Ethan!
Ethan Lau strikes out his
Now I believe this brings
second
Cody.
one, so that's going to be in there for out number 2. And that one's going to be in there, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Anyway, here comes the pitch. It's going to be a little bit inside. Another ball, 2 balls and no strikes. So here comes the pitch. And it'll be in there for strike number 1, 2 balls and 1 strike. Five to 0 here in the second inning. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's in there for strike number 2.
Yeah, 2 and 2. 22's count.
2 and 2 is the count.
Just like Remington.
2 outs. And here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball. It is going into the fence. Not quite, but he's going to actually a beautiful throw, and that's going to bring the runner back to first base. That one almost went over. A little bit more. If it had a little tailwind, it may have done it, but not quite enough to do it.
What's this guy's number, 20?
Come on, Ethan!
Runner on first base with 2 outs. Charlotte's winning 5-0. Here comes the pitch. And it's in there for strike number 1.
Yeah, it looks like number 20 there, Robbie.
Gotcha. Taylor Amos.
No balls and 1 strike. Here comes down the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's in there for strike 2.
Good job, Blake. Way to keep it in front.
All right, here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike number 3. That brings the third and final out. 1 left on, no score. It's 5-0 in favor of Charlotte. We'll be right back right after this.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend, you were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
All right, back here at Lenhard Field. 5-0 in favor of Charlotte.
I tell you, Lyle really came in there and left off, or started right where he left off.
You wouldn't know the name of the pitcher, do you?
I do. I got it. It's Daughter.
Daughter?
Someone's out there shaking our fence camera. Oh, that's a ball hitting it. Okay.
All right.
Unfortunately, on DVD, we missed that first home run. I did not hit the record button. I was trying to do too many things. I just got overwhelmed. But I caught it after that and started recording. So, unfortunately, that one's going to live on the website only. So now it's Gavin Lewis, the pitcher, I think.
Here comes the windup in the pitch. It's in there for strike number 1. No balls and 1 strike. Gavin winds up. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, and there for strike 2. Dollar keeps on pitching really, really well. So far, he's pitching a shutout, but the game is still young. Here comes the windup in the pitch. It's going to be inside. It's going to be in there for ball 2.
Because that one just floated just a little bit too high.
Ball 1. 1-2's count.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the windup. Here's the hit. Goes to shortstop. Throws him out at first. That shutout still continues. That's 1 out up there on the scoreboard. Here comes the windup. The pitch, hard hit ball into the hole there for a nice base hit. So Smith gets 1.
Lance Dalton going to bat now. Second baseman. First time up.
Les Dalton is going to try to see if he can bring Smith around. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball. Does pitch ball in the hole? It does. They try to shoot it to second. He'd be safe. And with 1 out. Runners on first and second for Dinnwiddie Nationals.
A great little poke there. That's one thing about Dinnwiddie. I mean, they can hit.
Yeah. They get into rhythm. They're dangerous.
Exactly.
Thomas Sanchez, third baseman up now. Tomas, not Thomas. Tomas.
Here comes now the pitch. Way low. Ball 1. Here comes now the pitch from Dollar.
Way low.
That's going to be low once again. Both runners are going to steal.
Good job, boys.
And now we got runners on second and third for Dinnwiddie National in scoring position with 1 out.
It's a bad thing about a pass ball.
Yeah.
Get that wild pitch.
Get you in trouble.
Always going to advance them runners.
Now Spade gets past the catcher. Here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be in there for strike number 1.
That was awful high.
That looked a little high.
Got 8.
All right, here comes now the pitch. That's going to be ball number 3. 3 balls and 1 strike.
And they're in danger. Daughter here is in danger of loading the bases up.
Yep.
We've seen it before. 5 runs doesn't guarantee victory.
No, especially against Dinnwiddie.
Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4.
That brings up Toby Puckett. Up the bat now.
So let's see what Toby Puckett can do. The Dinnwiddie Nationals. This is for the semifinals. Actually, it's winner this will play Lunenburg tomorrow. And that one's going to be in there for strike 1.
Got 2 ball.
Both teams deserve to be here.
Yeah.
Charlottesville's still undefeated.
Yep. Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be low for ball 1.
Now, we were talking about brackets and stuff. If Charlotte loses today somehow, then things get a little strange. Names get put in the hat and drawn out to see who plays next.
Here comes the pitch. This one's going to be foul back.
Yeah,
what is Lunenburg? Has Lunenburg got still may play another game for the finals? In other words?
Well, what would happen is that means you now have 3 teams with 1 loss each. Everyone's names go into a hat. They draw the names, and 2 teams play each other, and the winner of that plays the 3rd team.
Oh boy!
Yeah, it gets confusing. Now, I'm not sure with the rain delay that we've had earlier this week. They may go ahead and try to do 2 games in one day tomorrow. If that were to happen, that's only if Charlotte wins. If Charlotte wins. If Charlotte wins, then we go back to Charlotte will play Lunenburg tomorrow for the finals.
Here comes the windup and the pitch. Hard hit ball. This could be trouble, and it is. He's trying to throw it to first. He does get him. 1 run will score, I believe.
Great way to keep their composure there, though, on that second base.
Yeah.
Runners on second and third, and it's 5-1.
2 outs still.
All right, Nick, give me a shot.
Brings up Nick Bentez. I'm sorry. Once again, we hope we got the name right.
Here comes a pitch from Daughter. This one's going to be a little bit low, but they call it a strike.
Strike 1.
Kind of weird. These umpires call weird strikes, I guess. But it's easier for me to say that. But here comes the pitch, low ball. 1-1 this account.
I call it a variable strike zone.
It is definitely that.
Good shot, Nick.
1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes a windup in the pitch. This one's going to be high. Ball 2, 2 ball and 1 strike. Runners on second and third for Dinnwiddie Nationals. They find themselves down 5-1. This one's going to be high. And that's 3 balls and 1 strike.
I'm sure
Here at the bottom of the second.
I'm sure Dinnwiddie would love the load the bases up once again.
All right, here comes Darter, winds up, and that one's going to be low.
Full count.
And he calls it a strike. Wow. Unbelievable.
Now we have a full count situation.
Yep. All right, here comes now the pitch and the windup. Foul back. That will remain the same. Full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Well, something's going to happen here. Strike retires the side, and they walk well, load the bases up. Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be foul back, and we do it all over again.
I'm sure Dyer is just glad the sun's down because all these hits would just drain you with that sun beating on you. It's still pretty hot outside.
Still humid.
Yeah, very humid. But
one of the things you do see is these pitchers have a lot better of a time when the sun's set behind them clouds. Here comes down the pitch. High ball 4.
that loads the bases up with Nick Bentez. I'm sorry, with John Thomas Davis coming at the bat now.
Davis in there. Thing is, when you load the bases up, even with 2 out, 1 base hit, you can see that lead disintegrate pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right, here comes out a pitch, way low, ball 1.
The worst yet, start walking a bunch of people in.
So far, Goddard's been in there the entire game. Here comes now the pitch. Foul back, and it can't be 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Shot, JT.
Here comes now the pitch and the windup. That's going to be high for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runners on first, second, and third. As we hear at the bottom of the second. Here comes the pitch. Here's a ball that's going to be hit the shortstop. 1 run, another run will score.
No run.
They
No
don't
run,
score.
no
Nope,
force.
they got him out. That's right, 2 outs.
Yep.
So nobody scored. 2 runs left on base. And as we go now to the top of the third, is 5-1 in favor of the Charlotte County. We'll be right back.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Don't settle for less than the best. Call Debbie's Doodles today for your beautiful professional business cards, church and business stationery, church bulletin signs, and much, much more. And if you need a design and not quite sure what you want, have a sit-down consult with Debbie and she'll fix you right up with just the right one for your business, church, or organization. Be blessed with the best, giving God the glory for it all. Debbie's Doodles, located at 501 Brunswick Avenue in Blackstone. For more information, call 434-292-3378.
Okay, back here at Linhart Field in lovely Lunenburg as the twilight is kind of settling in. We got a 5-1 lead in favor of Charlotte. Well, the big thing at this point, Dinnwiddie has got to contain Charlotte, stay in his ball game.
Yeah, they can't let Charlotte sit there and run away with the thing. It's always danger. They're down by 4, which, as we've seen, isn't much.
Ethan Lau is up at the mound.
Josh Jones up to bat.
All right, here comes now the pitch to Mr. Josh Jones. It's in there for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike.
Lau's throwing that scunion again just like he was last night to get him to this game.
Pretty effective when it works.
Lau looks, winds up. Here comes the pitch. And a hard hit right in the hole. And that will go to the left field. And a nice hit will be in there. We've got a runner on first base for Charlotte.
Nick Zumbro at the bat now.
Lau looks. Now winds up. Settlings in, hits. And this was going to be just a tip foul. And there for strike number 1. Zumbro.
I think Lau will take a strike any way he can get it right now.
One ball. No strikes. Here comes the swing and a miss. It's in there for strike number 2.
I guess that was off speed if there is a...
Well, they haven't scored anything on Lyle yet since he's come in.
Yeah, that's true.
He's had him on lockdown.
Brings up that second out with that fancy curveball. Here comes another pitch. That one's way low for ball number 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, the secret in this game is to keep the runners off. If you can do that, that gives you a big advantage.
That's the secret of any game.
Here comes a pitch. This one's going to be fouled back. Strike number 2 will
Oh, no.
Foul and hit the catcher.
No.
Uh-oh. Is he hurt?
It hit him. It hit him pretty good.
Oh, man. What hit him? The bat hit him? Or the ball got him?
No, the ball. The foul ball hit him in the hand.
Oh, no. I'm going to change to a different camera there.
So, at any rate, we'll go ahead and take a quick timeout. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Don't go away. This is the Southside Sports Radio Network.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend, you were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
All right, we're back here, and a little injury break there, so...
a new catcher will be coming in.
Yep. So they had to get a time for a new catcher. That gives time for Lyle to warm the catcher up, usually the other way around, but...
Not this time.
Yep, hope the guy he took out is okay. Probably is, but...
So Nick Zimbro will be up there now. He'll be up again.
All right, here comes down the pitch. That's going to be in there for ball number 2.
That was ball 3.
Ball 3?
It's ball 3 or ball 2.
I don't know where that missed at. Hey, the catcher didn't even move his glove.
Here comes down the pitch. Hard hit ball, beautiful base hit. Here comes Charlotte all the way to the fence, and they're going to bring him in. And easy score. That's going to be run number 6 for Charlotte. 6-1 now is the score.
And he will make a triple of that one because of the little bit of confusion at home.
So with that, Charlotte takes a 6-1 lead here at semifinals.
Still no outs.
Still no outs.
Dinwiddie, of course, fighting for their life here. They need to win this to stay in the tournament.
I'll tell you what, Charlottesville is a straight fastball hitting team.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Now winds up. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for ball 1. Earlier today, Lunenburg defeated Crewe Burkeville, and winner of this game will play.
They're calming that one inside.
And I'll be in there for strike number 1. Unless Dinwiddie pulls this one out.
Yeah.
Dinwiddie Nationals pulls this one out, then things do get complicated. Runner on third base for Charlotte. Here comes the pitch.
Oh, that looked like a strike.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can't tell what this is supposed to be a strike zone and what's not, frankly, to be honest with you.
I don't think they know neither.
6.
2 balls and 1 strike.
It's like taking that, remember that old 8 ball with the little window?
They heard you, Tim. They're timing it out.
Yeah. It's like taking that 8-ball with a little window in it. They shake it. It's a striker ball.
Oh, yeah. I never thought about that one. That's pretty good. Yep, the old Magic 8-ball. I remember those. There comes that pitch.
There goes the runner.
And the runner stays put, but that brings up 3 balls and 1 strike.
Turn that glove, babe.
Couple of home runs here in the first inning. Charlotte shot out to a 5-0 lead. 1 run in the second. 1 run. And then Nationals came back and scored 1 run. And that's going to be ball 4, and now that's going to be a base on balls.
Yeah, but it's been pretty much Charlotte's ball game here.
Yep. And here comes the coach to talk to Lyle.
Christian Reed will be coming up. Excuse me. Christian Reed will be coming up next time.
All right, guy, calm down and throw strikes. And the guy probably comes back and says, well, where's the strike zone? It moves on me. I mean, it literally moves on me when I throw it.
Gotta stop drinking. It moves on you, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think that the players are the ones that's drinking, Robbie.
Who's this up to bat? Johnny Walker?
I never said they did.
Here comes out a pitch. And this one's going to be a try for a bunt.
That's not Christian Reed.
Again, yeah, okay.
It's number 2.
I don't know who he is.
He should be in there for strike 1.
I'm not going to be able to tell. Again, we didn't really get a lineup from them.
No balls and 1 strike.
It is no balls, 1 strike, yeah.
Here comes the pitch. Swing. Oh, that's a strike. I thought that should be strike 2.
Yeah, strike 2.
It's strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Yeah, as a creature,
0-2 is the count.
We got a mistaken lineup from him.
Here comes now the pitch from Lyle. Zips that one down there, and that's strike number 3. Strikes him out. Ethan come through with that one.
What number is this up here now? 95? 99?
99.
Daughter as daughter up there.
Here comes the windup in the pitch.
Strike.
It's in there for strike number 1. Lyle is throwing some heat. Only problem is they've been kind of teeing off on the poor pitchers of Dinnwiddie Nationals.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the windup in the pitch, swing and a miss, and that's strike number 2.
All right, come on, Ethan.
Got a runner on second base for Charlotte.
Bye, Zach.
They got enjoying a 6-1 lead that's here in the top of the 3rd. Ethan Lyle now looks. Dinnwiddie National takes aim, winds up. Here comes the pitch. And that was a beautiful
I thought that was
pitch.
the middle. Wow, I guess that's a ball.
And that's in there for ball 1. And how in the world did they call that one a ball?
I'm not really sure.
Sick.
Wow, I'm not sure to say on that one.
I mean,
1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes down the next pitch. That's going to be in there for ball 2.
Come on, Ethan.
I wonder if that umpire can walk a straight line.
You better not get into his car at the end of the night. That cops might pick him up.
2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch, man on 3rd.
Good hit.
And 2nd. And there's a hit that's going to try to get the man in 3rd. They don't do it.
Foul.
That is a foul ball, so nothing's happening anyway.
A lot of action and not much else.
2-2 is the count. You got 1 out.
Come on, Ethan.
A lot of pressure is now put on Ethan Lyle.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the windup in the pitch. And that was going to be ball number 3. Here comes another full count.
We've seen a lot of them today, that's for sure. Both games.
oh yeah.
Shoot, we've seen a lot of this
The whole
entire
tournament. The whole tournament. Yeah.
All right. Here comes the pitch. Swing and miss, strike 3. Can't take that away.
Lyle really fired that one in there.
That brings up by Tyler Mann, maybe?
It's out number 2.
What number there, Tim? He's lefty.
Yeah, number 12.
Number 12, Tyler Mann.
2 outs.
Man hit a home run last night, I believe. Anyway, here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Runners on 2nd and 3rd for Charlotte. Lau winds up and delivers. This will be high for ball 2. Ball 1, rather. 1-1 is a count.
You can do it.
Lau needs to get a strike here. Here comes the pitch way high. That's going to be in there, I believe, for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Right in the bit.
Here we are at the top of the 3rd. Things have cooled off here in Lunenburg.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Now here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2. 2-2 now is the count. 1 strike away and they can retire to side. 2 men on. Here comes the pitch. Windup. And he calls that one a ball in another full count situation. They just working these pitches to death.
Keep on in there, babe.
Full count. Here comes the windup. Here comes the pitch. Strike number 3. Now retired to side. So, no errors. 2 men left on base. And then as we go now to the bottom of the 3rd, it is 6-1. And we'll be right back right after this.
What does your world sound like? That's geography. The music of the world around you. Geography is people, places, environments, and economics. Geography gives us the framework for understanding our world. But sadly, our kids aren't getting enough of it. Half can't locate economic powers like Japan and India, and 20% can't even find the Pacific Ocean. That's why we created MyWonderfulWorld.org. It's part of a free National Geographic-led campaign to give our kids the power of global knowledge. Go to MyWonderfulWorld.org to learn more and get your free parent and teacher action kits. It's a wonderful world.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
All right, back here. Back here at Linhart Field, 6-1. Here comes the pitch now from Dodder, and he stays that in there, and he's in that for strike 1.
I think it's Ryan Bamming. Could be wrong on that. I apologize.
Here comes the windup. That's down in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Excuse me. It's my Gatorade.
Sorry
right
about
there,
that.
Yeah, a lot of bottles of water was drank today. Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And I don't know.
Shot, babe.
I don't know what he was trying to swing at.
I don't know. I've never seen.
Here comes the pitch. Now that's down there for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Dodder's trying to close this thing out. All right, this one's going to chop up. And it will be fouls. All that, he'll go back and bat again. 2-2 now is the count. Two balls and 2 strikes. Dodder's still in there, been pitching the entire game so far.
Bottom of 3.
Yep, here comes the pitch. That was in the bear for ball number 3. Another full count. God knows.
We should have a full count theme song.
No kidding. Here comes the windup in the pitch. And strike 3, and that's another strikeout for Dollar.
I believe that's going to bring up, what's his number there, Tim?
We're at
All right, go kid, baby.
number 15, Claiborne, I think.
yeah. Claiborne is 15.
He's stepping out of the box.
So Manning can get over there.
See how good Claiborne could do. So far, Dinnwiddie hasn't seen a whole lot.
Yeah, they've been having a hard time just getting into a consistent rhythm.
Had a little bit something in the bottom of the second. That one's in there for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Daughter winds up, throws it, swing and a miss.
Hard miss.
Yep, strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. One thing about Dinnwiddie's not waiting on it like they were in their previous games. Here's the pitch. This one's going to be a chip. And Daughter's going to pick it up easily. Throws it to first. And that's in there for an out.
Another easy out there. And that's pretty much been the name of the game for Charlotte. They're just getting easy out after easy out for them.
All right, Zach, give me a
well,
shot,
that's what your defense is supposed to do, though.
Yeah. I believe this goes to the top of the lineup now for
float on some boy.
For Dinnwiddie National, and Zach Maitland at the bat.
Especially with how disciplined Charlottesville is.
Yeah, they're
going
very
to wind up the pitch. In there first, T. Reich, number 1.
I mean, they may not have the powerful team they had last year, but they're still a very disciplined team. You can tell that they're coached very well.
Fundamental baseball.
All right, here's a hard hit right down between the shortstop and the third base. And it looks like Maitland will get on first base.
That brings up Ethan Lyle. Ethan 0 for 1. I think he shot one out there to right field, and right field was just able to stand there and grab it earlier.
Lyle's shoulders, he's been icing it in between. I noticed it about the second batter of this last inning.
He's the pitcher, too.
Yeah.
Some activity go out there in right field. I don't know what that was. Anyway, everything's okay. We're back going. All right, here comes the wind-up and the pitch. Hard hit ball. This could go through, and it does. And that will put runners on first and second. And nice hit by Lyle.
You got to give credit to Charlotte there. Those hits are, again, I mean, all Dinnwiddie Nationals making off them are little base hits. They're not really making a good double or anything like that.
Well, that's because of the good defense that Charlotte's been playing.
The defense just holding them back.
That ball was hit hard, and there was a one-hopper, and the center field was able to retrieve it and throw it back in the second.
Wallace at the bat now.
But, you know,
and that one's
name
going
of
to
the
be
game,
there goes
small
the double
ball.
steal.
That small ball, them base hits. Base hit after base hit is going to score many runs.
Trouble is, I wish it had less runs on it.
All right, Cole, put some in
Here,
play.
Dinnwiddie. I wish we had been on base with only, 1 or no outs. 2 outs, though, is showing. Here comes down the pitch. And this one's going to be foul back. Now being there for strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike.
See you, Cole. Give me a shot, 1.
Now people out there behind the center, right center. Swing and a miss, strike number 2. Sit back and in there enjoying themselves.
Shaking my camera.
Drinking a cooler, eating a hot dog, and just kind of camping out and enjoying themselves. No, they're not on the fence.
We had one shaking a camera.
Well, people on left field is behind the camera, though.
Yeah, there's people shaking my camera earlier. They were shaking my camera. Trust me. People at home watching on the video, they know it. That was not an earthquake here in Lunenburg. We don't have those here. That was instead the camera. It's one shaking the
fence. Maybe you get the other camera and zero in on the crowd out there, and you get a chance.
Got a game going on here.
Well, not when the game's going. I mean, swing and a miss, strike number 3, and that will be the third and final out. Well, no run score, and 2 men left on base, no errors. And as we go now to the top of the 4th, it is 6-1, and we shall be right back right after this.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend, you were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
All right, back here, Linhart, 6-1. Favorite Charlotte, top of the fourth. Charlotte over Dinnwiddie Nationals. And they're going to bring in a different pitcher.
Oh, yeah.
Maitland's going to come in. And Lyle was icing up his arm, like Tim said.
Yeah, he must have pulled a little too hard there or something.
Well, Maitland will come and play first base.
Yep. Number 8, Thomas Sanchez. Sorry. Thomas Sanchez, yeah, will be the pitcher here now.
I'm getting little micro bugs on my screen here.
The old micro bugs.
Now they're attracting to the fluorescent glow, I guess. Yeah.
Alrighty, top 4.
Here comes the windup and the pitch.
Oh,
this one's
inside.
going to be high. That's going to be in there for ball 1.
Chin burner there, Tim?
Yep, that was some chin music. I was backing him off that plate, letting him know whose plate it is.
You got this 8. Y'all get fired up.
Only trouble is it's the umpire's plate. That's who it is.
It's probably aiming for the umpire.
Here comes down the pitch. Yep, that's in there for ball 2.
Yeah, throw that ball there by his chin. Let him know you mean business.
Well,
Sanchez just needs to bend his back at the end, fall through.
2 balls and 1 strike. And batter steps out of batter's box for just a few moments. Hard time seeing the coach is in my way, but I'll try to do the best I can. Here comes the pitch. It shows a bunt. Everybody charges. That one's going to be in there for ball 3.
And poor Sanchez hasn't been able to throw a strike yet.
All right, Sanchez winds up, pitches the ball. That's in there, ball 4, and that's a base on balls with a walk.
Call a timeout. I guess the...
You fired in there, babe.
Bring the runner around.
Oh, they're going to pitch run.
It's the pitching run.
One thing you don't do in the regular season unless...
Not usually.
You know, unless you got an injured player.
Yep.
Otherwise, they allow you to do a pinch run.
Yeah, they're kind of picky about that.
Oh, yeah. All right, here comes the pitch. In there, strike number 1. That was a nice strike.
That was a nice strike.
6-1 is the score here at the top of the 4th. Charlotte went over Dinnwiddie. Here comes the pitch. And here's a chopper that's going to get the second baseman. Shortstop throws it to second, and they just couldn't connect.
Yeah, it was a good snag.
Yeah, it was a great snag by shortstop.
He just couldn't turn around in time to do anything with it.
Runners on first and second right now for Charlotte. This has been a familiar scene.
I believe this Amos coming to bat now, right? Number 20. Yeah, Amos to bat now. So Tyler Amos is not the bat.
Yeah, I think Charlotte likes to play at night.
Yeah. They seem to do good with that, don't they?
Here comes the windup and the pitch. It's a good chop one. It's going to be fair. He's going to throw it to third. And nice one. And get that leadoff runner in there for the out.
Heads up play by the pitcher.
Yep. I mean, it's easy to go to that first base area, but, you know, especially when it's better to go to third base when it's right behind you.
Yeah. Sanchez calls just a timeout, wants to talk to the catcher for a second, but it means his hit is in the ball game.
Yep.
Well, one thing for sure, Dinnwiddie wants to get back in this ball game. They can't make any more mistakes. Or actually, they haven't made that many mistakes to begin with. No. It's just been Charlotte has been doing a lot of hitting everywhere. A lot of base hits, home runs.
Well, the first inning.
Yeah, Well, if it wasn't for the first inning, it'd be tied score 1-1. Here comes the pitch. And there for
ball one.
Ball one.
Maybe that's what Blackstone said too. First game.
Yeah, that's true. Here comes a windup with the pitch.
That's in there.
Now be in there for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner on first base at second. Here comes the pitch from Sanchez, and that one's going to be low. Ball 2. 2-1 now is the count. 21, as Tim would say. So here comes a windup in the pitch, foul back, strike 2. 2-2 is the count.
Oh.
Ooh, what happened? I missed that.
Nailed a car. I know that left a nice big dent. That was a.
It wasn't my car, was it?
That was a high one. No,
okay.
It was right behind the concession stand.
Ooh.
So, mate, you got
See, that's a bad place to park, so. That's why I didn't park there.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah.
There comes the pitch. And this one's going to be in there for strike 3. That brings up the second out.
Really fired that one in there, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He really fired that one in there.
All right. Sanchez, look. Runners on first and second. We got 2 outs. Here comes now the windup and the pitch. And that one's going to be a changeup drops in there for strike number 1.
That was a curveball. It froze that batter.
Oh, it was a curveball?
Yeah, that was a curveball. And the thing about Dinnwiddie, too, you take 2, 3, 4.
And now they talk about the
6 of these 9 players are 11 years old.
Wow. So they're going to be a lot of them going to be back next year.
Yeah. I tell you what, I know a way to make money. Get ourselves one of them dunking machines, put the umpire off of it, get some of the best pitchers in the league to have a shot at it, and they're going to say, well, we're going to show you what a strike is, and let them throw a strike and it'll dunk them.
There you go.
There's some nice cool water to refresh the umpire. Here you go. This one's going to be in there for strike number 2.
I don't know. Nice day like this, you might want to be in the water instead
of. Exactly.
I was going to say, the umpire probably like that, especially where it was 100 degrees.
Yeah.
All right, here comes a hit. It's going to go foul at third base line, almost fair.
The Shaw coach almost had it.
Yep, no balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, I'm telling you.
You're doing good, babe.
All right, Tomas, you're doing good.
That would be a good way to make some money.
And it would.
Hey, gee, this umpire. Here comes the pitch.
That was a good ball.
Ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes. They got 2 outs, 6-1. Charlotte's holding on to that lead pretty good. Here comes a windup, a pitch, and a chop ball wins to third base. He tags third for third and final out.
Yep.
So, 2 men left on base. And as we now go to the bottom of the fourth. It is 6-1 in favor of Charlotte. Be right back right after these messages.
These are not your ordinary doctors. They are the accounting surgeons. Allow them to show you the personal attention it takes in order to receive every single deduction you deserve. The accounting surgeons and crew are here for you all year long, not just January to May. Whether you need tax preparation, payroll work, or bookkeeping services, call the accounting surgeons today. 434-538-0595. They offer very reasonable rates along with their year-round service with a smile. Located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. The accounting surgeons are here for you. Phone 434-538-0595.
The best stuff ever.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
All right, we're back here at Linhard Field at the bottom of the fourth, 6-1. Charlotte leading over at Dinnwiddie National, exciting Dixie Youth Baseball.
And Dinnwiddie National really needs to start hitting the ball here because they've just been shut down by the Charlotte defense pretty much the entire night.
And obviously, Robbie doesn't have a cough button on his microphone. Tim's the only one who's got a cough button.
Tyler Amos will be coming to pitch for the Charlotte All-Stars. Amos, rather.
Oh.
And Tim stretching upstairs, you can hear.
Yep. Tim does have a cough button, though.
Yes, he does.
Actually, Tim's got a pretty nice set of headphones up there. Not quite as loud as these in the ears, but good sounding microphone, I will say that.
New pitcher.
All right, a new pitcher. Here comes the wind-up with the pitch.
Oh, I
It's
believe
going to be in here for ball one.
Gavin Lewis at the bat now, I think.
Who is the pitching that?
Number 20.
Amos.
Taylor Amos.
Yep. Amos winds up. And that one's going to be in there for strike one. 1 strike. If that was during the day, I believe he would have called it a ball.
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the windup. Elmos winds up. Swing and a miss. He went for that one. That was way low.
Hook, line, sinker, huh?
Yep. That brings up strike number 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Elmo's pitching for Charlotte. He winds up. That one's going to be high. Ball 2 and a 2. Count comes 2-2. Well, here comes the wind-up pitch. Hard hit ball.
Over the fence.
Center field. And it rolls all the way to the fence. Here comes Lewis. Round to second base.
Nice double.
Yep. Nice, beautiful double by Lewis.
That brings up Blake Smith at the bat now. Charlotte's got had to make up 5 runs here to tie it up.
Blake Smith.
Blake Smith, I think, is 1 for 1. Had a nice single last time back in the second inning.
Here comes a pitch way high, ball 1. See, when you got to bring in another pitcher, I know what they're trying to do, save the pitcher for tomorrow.
Yeah. And Charlotte will have tomorrow no matter what.
Yep. Here comes down the pitch. Hard hit ball. This thing's going to go all the way to the center field. He bobbles it. And they're going to try to guy it home, and he slide in.
Safe.
And he's out.
Wow. That I don't know about. Got to be honest with you.
All right, here's the thing, folks. The catcher was blocking the plate. And here's the trouble with that. And it's a weird Dixie Youth rule. Even though he's blocking the plate, the runner has to slide.
But he did slide.
But it's blocking the plate. You can't get through him.
I thought he slid under him. That's what they did when the national coach is going to say to him. Say, hey, listen, he slid under him.
Yep.
I mean, where did you see him there, Tim? Tim's like, I like commenting.
Well, I mean,
I caught it on the video.
I saw the
and here they come. This could be. See the catcher really don't supposed to block the plate.
Well, I saw
not like that.
I saw the catcher jump up.
Yeah, he
and
jumped
the guy slid under him, slid over the plate, and then the catcher touched him. That's what I personally saw.
I think he slid short myself.
Oh, you think he slid short? Okay, if he slid short, I missed it then.
Well, see, that's going to be the key, how they rule here.
A meeting of the minds.
He's going to be out. All right, hold on just a minute. All right, everybody quiet. Let's see if we can pick this guy up.
No.
Go a little bit to the left, see if I can pick up the crowd mic there.
No, I know what he's saying. He basically told them their players need to calm down, I think, because one said, I threw something down a second ago, I think, right?
Yeah, those gated dunking machines, what they need to do.
Big on the dunking machine, aren't you? Anyways, now 1 out. Runner on second.
All right, here comes a pitch. Hard hit ball to left field. He's got trouble. And he gets it. They're going to hold him up this time, and runners on first and third. Somehow or another, he couldn't quite get under it, misjudged it a little bit. Looked like his feet almost got tied up.
Yeah, I look like he tried to go forward and back and then forward. And
that was a high ball.
Yeah, that was in the stratosphere there. Anyway, that puts a runner on first and third. With Sanchez at bat now.
Probably showed up on a blip on the radar. That one's going to be in there. They're going to.
No, they're not.
They're going to try to get him. And they give
him
this.
He's going home.
Now again at third base. Second one going, and I would have never done that. Dinnwiddie's trying to be a little bit over-aggressive on their running, and they've been caught, and it's cost them 2 outs and 2 runs. And here comes the coach out there, and he is
pointing
hot.
to the third base umpire there.
Yep. Unfortunately, I can't see. That looked like he was out. Tim?
Yeah.
Tim's up there. Yep.
Yeah, but where did it hit off over there at the dugout? Did it hit off the outside, or did it hit on the
maybe hit
inside?
inside. So if inside, it's an automatic. The run automatically advances. What you're thinking, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's got to be. Well,
I couldn't. I mean,
it happened so fast. I couldn't.
All I know is that it bounced back by that third baseman.
If the ball goes in and bounces out of the dugout, it's an automatic advancement of base. In this case, it'd be home plate.
Yeah, but if it hits the fence of the dugout and comes in, I mean,
that's okay. I mean, that's still live.
Yeah.
So if he's arguing that, that's going to be a moot point. So let's see what they do. Oh! Whoa!
What a reversal.
A big reversal there. That means Dinnwiddie will score a run. That's 2, and they cut it to 4. And here comes now the Charlotte coach is going to go out and have a few words to say. Oh, boy, they may have to get some armed guards, the National Guard, to show for these umpires out of Lunenburg.
You want me to bring up I wish I had an instant replay right now to come in handy. So now we have 1 out with a runner on third. And, by the way, let me add that run there for Dinnwiddie National. They have
all right, 6-2, 1 out.
Yep. And runner on third now.
All right, 1 ball and no strikes.
And that's what I was wondering. Where did it actually hit off over there?
All right. Here comes Amos with the pitch. This one's going to be wild throw, and it's ball 2.
So by this DV to find out if that was the correct call or not.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I had it on there.
Yeah, it was on there. The camera was aiming right at it.
Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Was that a foul?
No, that was just strike and a miss.
I got you.
That's right. Play it safe. You're right.
Means that everybody's running around so much trying to protect that runner from coming in third, making it to a 3-run ball game. It seems like Dinnwiddie is not quite as patient as they were earlier.
Yeah. Well, they got excited and stuff. That's what they're probably saying. They kind of dodged a bull on that last out there. He got lucky. I guess it did hit inside the dugout, but I don't know. That's iffy. I don't know if it hit inside the dugout or not.
We'll be looking at the tapes later on to find out. Well, incredibly, they did reverse the call. That doesn't happen in tournament play that often. Here comes the windup and the pitch. That one's going to be in there for strike 2. That one was high, wasn't it, Tim?
Yeah. It surely was.
So here comes now the pitch. That one's going to be ball 3, and that brings up full count.
Ooh, yeah, we hear that.
Oh, yeah. 3 balls and 2 strikes, full count now. Field playing up. Here comes down the pitch. And that's going to be ball 4, meet point. And that puts the runner on first and third.
That's corners. That's corners.
Corners, that's right, corners. That brings up Toby Puck at the bat now, number 24 for Dinnwiddie National. And they are going to have a talk with the pitcher. Not sure what they're going to tell him. Throw strikes, I guess.
What else can you tell him?
Watch out for the variable strike zone. I mean, what else can you say, right?
Well, better yet, what they do need to get the umpire a one-sided coin. That way, that when he flips it, it'll always come up the same. What can I say?
That's one way to do it, I guess. I think the umpire may disagree with you on that, but okay.
All right, here comes the pitch. And there for striking, the runner will go down to second, and everybody will stay where they are. Runners on second and third now, with 1 out for Dinnwiddie Nationals. They scored 1 in this one, wants to add 2 at 6-2 is the score. Oh, the ball, and this is going, and it's short of the fence, and it's going to score 2 more runs, and he slides in there.
He got him.
And he got him at third, but the run will score.
Yeah. Way to go, Toby!
Now bring up 2 outs. 6-4. That ball was hit way up in the air.
And I think they need to get that poor left fielder some cleats there, man. He's slipping and sliding all over the place.
Well, he started going way back.
I mean, that ball looked like it was just drifting and drifting. All right, here comes Almos with the pitch. This one's going to be in there for ball number 1.
Babe, give me a shot.
Come on, Nick.
Nick Bentez at the bat now. We got a 2-point ball game.
Exactly.
Here comes the windup. This one's going to be high for ball 2.
Well, Dinnwiddie should come back and win this one. Like I said, it gets a little interesting in the brackets.
Yeah, I wonder what that does also.
Well, 3 teams
for the pitching situation. Here comes the switch, swing and a miss. Strike 1, 2 balls and 1 strike. But what would that do to the pitching situation? Everybody's pitchers are, Lunenburg would have to have 2 more days of pitching.
It all kind of goes into chaos, I hate to say it.
All right, here comes the pitch. That's going to be in there for strike number 2.
That's why it depends if Lunenburg draws a short straw. It depends when you play or not. Oh, hard hit, the right field.
Pitch.
Going back.
Right field. He gets under, he catches it third, and final out. So now as we go to the top of the 5th, it's 6-4 in favor of Charlotte over Dinnwiddie Nationals. We'll be right back right after this.
Brought to you by Radio Shack.
I need a new phone, so I'll go to Radio Shack, take their advice, and buy a Sony Ericsson Z750 with AT&T service. It has a 2-megapixel camera, FM radio, and a web browser, so I can surf the internet. And then one day at a car dealership, I'll find the price of a car too high, but the salesman won't agree, and he'll throw me a challenge, and he'll give me the car for free if I find it for cheaper, so I'll use the internet on my phone, find it for cheaper, and get it for free. And I'll owe it all to Radio Shack.
Don't just buy stuff.
Do stuff.
See your local Radio Shack dealer at Southside Electronics, Blackstone Square Shopping Center.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend, you were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
All right, we're back here in Linhart, in Lunenburg, Virginia, Linhart Field. 6-4. Charlotte's got a small lead, right? That lead has been, they've been leading all game long, but they've 3 runs scored here at the bottom of the 4th, and all of a sudden it gets a lot closer. Here comes down the pitch in there for ball number 1. I don't know who this player is.
Where?
It's up to bat.
That's number 11.
Number 11.
This Grand Salami boy who hit the Grand Slam last night about 300 feet.
Yeah, he did knock that one. That was way out there. And that was going to be an error for strike number 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Six to 4, very close.
Someone really hit on the camera that time.
Here comes the pitch. That's going to be an air ball, 2 balls and 1 strike.
But the outfield fence?
Yeah, someone's really pushing their camera. So it did the wave out to the right side for some reason.
Yeah, it looked like some kid was out there. All right, here comes the windup and the pitch. Sinjay's bat thumb a little bit low. Ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike.
This is a situation you don't want to get into. You need strikes now. You're now in this game. You don't want to let it get away from you again.
Charlotte wins. They play Lunenburg tomorrow. Now foul bat. He's strike 2. Full count. Dinnwiddie should win. Everything goes into total chaos. Pitching rules and everything else, I guess, gets thrown into a hat. Who knows? Here comes the wind-up and the pitch. That's below, and that's ball 4. The runner walks.
That brings up Christian Reed up the bat now.
Christian Reed. Brothers Joseph Reed played last year for Charlotte. He was the big...
I think it's Christian Reed anyways. Yep. No, that's not Christian Reed. I don't know who this is. Was it? That's right. They had a different number from him. As I said, the lineup I got was off. Say it nicely.
And they're going to bring out a pinch runner.
Number 14 will be coming in. That's Carter Strickland. Yeah, maybe that's Christian Reed, actually. He does look kind of like him.
Yeah, it's Christian Reed up the bat now.
Number 19, Christian Reed. Yep. Yeah.
Sanchez.
He needs to make up for all the missed balls there.
And there we go. That's going to be a hard hit ball to the shortstop. He will not get up.
There you go. Good
Couldn't
hustle.
find a handle on it at all. He made a good stop.
Just could not hold it.
Yeah, but just couldn't hold it because if he did get a hold of it, he would probably been able to make that play at second base.
I believe that's now Daughter at the bat now.
Now here's a big hitter. Daughter is up. He can hit one out of here. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball. That's going to go to the thing, and he threw it to third. And a nice heads-up play. And that gets that first out and the lead runner. Dinnwiddie has got to protect. Charlotte's got to protect that 2-run lead. Dinnwiddie's got to stay within striking range.
Yeah, they can't let the Charlotte team start pulling out on them here. That brings up, I believe, Tyler Mann, I think.
Runners on first and second for Charlotte. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It looked like his head was down here with us.
Pulled his head, huh?
No balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yes, work hard, doing a good job, babe.
Same thing as coach is over there saying to him.
Stop looking out to the left. On the right, rather.
Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Maybe he was looking over at Tim, trying to get a signal.
Maybe. It's possible, I guess. And what's this? This is interesting. He said, nope, don't want that one. Give me another one. Give me the pitcher getting different signals.
Here comes the pitch. Strike number 3.
That brings up Matthew Myers, I believe, is going to be up to bat now.
Yep. Sanchez is hanging in there.
Yeah, Sanchez is doing a very, very good job.
6-4. Runners on first and second for Charlotte, but they got 2 outs. Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. He hummed that one down there pretty good.
Oh, yeah. He fired that one down there.
Yeah, these are people you need to get out if you're Charlotte. Dinnwiddie, this is the bottom of Charlotte's lineup. Then after this player, we go back to the top.
Here comes the pitch. That was a little bit low, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You got it. Doing a good job, babe.
You don't need bases loaded with the top of Charlotte's lineup, that's for sure.
That would be unfortunate for Dinnwiddie.
Yep, here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be a chop right to the pitcher. He throws it for third and final out.
Good job, boys.
So, 2 men left on base. And no score. It's 6-4 in favor of Charlotte. Dinnwiddie coming up. We'll be right back right after this.